San Pedro de Lovago. Hey guys, I'm on a mission to talk about the history of every single place on Earth. Now let's talk about San Pedro de Lovago. San Pedro de Lovago's history does not begin with Spain. It begins in stone. Long before Europeans arrived, this area was inhabited by indigenous people, often referred to the Lovaguenses, who left behind petroglyphs, carved stones, and sacred sites, like the Piedras Pintadas. These weren't random markings. This landscape was ritual, spiritual, and lived in centuries before colonization. When the Spanish pushed into central Nicaragua, the people of Lovago didn't settle easy. In fact, the town moved over 4 different times during the centuries. Raids and instability, often attributed from groups coming from the Caribbean interior, forced repeated relocations. The settlement began at La Pintada, moved to lands owned by Agustin Vega, later near Acoyapa, where it remained for over 100 years, before finally relocating again. The final move happened in the mid-19th century. Under the government of President Thomas Martinez, the old town of Lovago was transferred to Valle de los Hurtados, near the Mico River. On June 15, 1864, the settlement was formally founded as San Pedro de Lovago, the town's modern birth date. Through the late 1800s and 1900s, San Pedro de Lovago became part of Chantale's cattle and agricultural heartland, shaped by rivers, ranching, and rural life. But its most defining moment came much later. On June 27, 1990, San Pedro de Lovago became the site of a historic demobilization of the Nicaraguan resistance. Following decades of civil conflict, weapons were laid down here. Peace was formalized here. From that moment on, the town earned a lasting identity. San Pedro de Lovago became known as La Capital de la Paz, or the capital of peace. In 2009, the Nicaraguan government officially elevated it to city status, legally recognizing its growth and its symbolic role in national reconciliation. In the early 2000s, Monasterio Santa Maria de la Paz was established nearby, reinforcing the town's association with peace and reflection, though it would later become one of Nicaraguans' political tensions. Today, San Pedro de Lovago stands as a place shaped by movement, survival, and reconciliation. A town that was relocated again and again, only to become a place where the nation finally chose to stop moving and lay its arms down. So let me know if you live near or in San Pedro de Lovago, and as always, follow for more history.